Okay, you should have downloaded the start file. It's a zip file. It's called Civil 3D project, so C3D project.zip. And go ahead and put that in a spot that you're going to come back to, because this is where everything's going to be. So save that to your documents folder or something, or create a folder. Probably a little better if you create a ECIB 111 Civil 3D folder, then stick this under that. And go ahead and unzip it. Okay, and you'll have so it'll consist of a folder called Civil 3D Project. It will have another folder called Survey, which has survey data. And it's going to have this file here. Now don't double click on this to open this up. What we want to do is open it up, open up Civil 3D, and then rename it Civil 3D, and then put your last name in there. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so you should have this open like this, and it should have your last. Oh, I got to do that. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to do File, Save As. I'm going to rename that. I'll put Higgins in there. All right, so now I've got my file saved. You'll notice it should have opened on the Survey tab, but if not, go ahead and click on it. You'll see that you've got these little warnings here. Okay, hover over that. It'll say that the equipment database directory is not writable. I don't know why it's doing it, but go back to the same files that you unpacked there, unzipped. Go ahead and right-click on these. Go to Properties. And just make sure that you make them writable, editable, okay? And apply to all. And double click on that again, and because I don't trust it. And yeah, there's a reason. And that, make sure they're not read-only, okay? And apply that. Okay. Not sure why that happens. Happened when I did it before, but that should work. And it should be fine. Okay. Some reason, even if I refresh it, still doesn't go away. I'm not sure what that file's all about, but this will still work fine. All right. So what we want to do here is we want to set up this project to receive the data. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to change a number of settings. Okay, I'm going to walk through each one. And to get there, again, let's click on the Survey tab. Okay, and we're going to click on this icon up here. Okay, and you will get the Survey user settings, and we're going to make sure these are changed to these settings. Okay. I have changed mine, so yours might be off, but you need to steer them towards the same files. Okay, so let's look at the first one. This is the survey data database defaults. Go ahead and click this icon. And what you want to make sure it points to is that survey folder. Okay, you want it there. You want it to, that's the one you unzipped. So you want to make sure that's selected. So yours obviously might vary. Mine's in that location. And do that for where the survey data base defaults, the equipment database or equipment defaults. Okay, and this is a default for the equipment used for this. So click on that. Make sure that is the default one. That's the folder. Select that folder. Okay, same for line work. Okay, line work is where the software will draw a line between 2 points if it has a certain code. Okay, and we want to make sure everything we're selecting is that survey folder. Okay, so we're doing that for the equipment, line work, figure defaults. Okay, just making sure that that is the select folder. Okay, all that good stuff. Go ahead and make sure, don't worry about the other settings right yet. That's fine. Import details, okay. These should have all come over, but we want to make sure all these are checked here, and the insert network object, go ahead and check that. So all these should be checked yes, okay. All these look good, and then hit OK, okay. All right. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to click on our database. You should have a survey here. And what we want to select now is open for edit. Okay. And what I want to do here is, because I had the points in there previously, we're going to redo this. We're going to right click this one. I'm going to say delete. Okay. We're going to delete this event. Are you sure? Yes. So that should go away. So we should be left with this, okay? And what I want to do next is I want to set my working file. Set working file folder. And what you want to designate for that is this Civil 3D project, okay? You want to set that one, Civil 3D project. Okay, and then we should be good to go. And then we want to import some points, okay? And to do that, we're going to click on Import Events. I'm going to right click and we're going to Import Survey Data, okay? All right, next, we're going to go through these windows to do this. Survey, that's perfect, that's the one we want. Going to hit Next. We are going to select point file. There's a number of different ways you can import it. You can do field books, you could do land XML file, but we are using a point file. We're going to hit this little icon here, this little add files, and you're going to navigate to that survey folder that you put in there. Okay, and let me go ahead and navigate to mine. So I'm pulling the right file because I put mine onto my hard drive. And hit that and hit OK. And you're going to choose toposurvey.txt. Okay, hit OK. It should come in. The next one here, we're going to specify the point file format. Scroll all the way to the end, and because I know the point files that are coming in are in this format. In other words, they're comma delineated, and the first column is a point number, the second one is the northing, then easting, Z is the elevation, and D is the raw description. Okay, and then we're going to hit Next. And then this would be if we had a survey network. We do not, so we can just hit Next. This is kind of a reviewing of some things, okay, and what we're going to use here. So let's look at these. So this is my point file location. This is the point file format, point file type. This is my figure prefix database. Okay, we want to make sure we've got essentials. Process line work, yes. Current line work set, we're going to go yes. Our essentials, import order, toposurvey.txt. Okay. Insert figures. Insert network objects is not a, I don't even think it's an option for this one. Insert figures, yes. Insert survey points, and we're going to hit finish. And there we go. We have inserted all the points into our drawing, and they came into the right spots. And if you can scroll around and look, you can see my trees came in like trees. I've got my swales coming in, and they had the lines connected as appropriate. I got my tree line coming in based on tree line shots, so it looked for that description. and it created a line between tree lines. Okay. And that's usually based on order. And there you go. So now we have successfully imported all the points into our drawing.